Welcome or welcome back. Last time I did handstands and shoulder stands on the rings at the gym again. And I'm back the next day, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'm trying German hangs for the first time. Now, as a bit of backstory, I've been reading my Overcoming Gravity book, and I'm realizing I'm probably biasing things more toward pushing than pulling, so I'm trying to address that. And in talking to the friendly front desk guy, German hangs came up, and he made the point that kids do this on the playground all the time. And that is a fair point, but I do have two main concerns. And the first of which is my sweaty hands. So I don't seem to notice this as much on the rings at the gym, and I think it's because the wood kind of soaks up the sweat, but on metal bars I really do notice it. And I am worried that I'm going to lose my grip and fall off on my head. So the second concern I have is that when I get flipped over, that my shoulders are basically just going to pop out of socket, and there I'll be. So I got some gloves to help with the first concern, and I just plan on slowly, progressively pushing it to help with the second concern. So let's clear the scoreboard from last time and see what happened. Okay, before I begin, temper your expectations. As I said, this is the first time I've done this short of maybe 30 years ago on a playground. So first attempt, here we go. I have my gloves with rubber grips on. Not making it very far. Go back up and see if we can go just a little bit further. And we decided that was it for the first attempt. Alright, so second attempt. Same thing, gonna see if we can go just a little bit further this time. And up we go. Getting a foot kind of near the bar. Not quite through. Having to tuck to dodge that bar is a little strange feeling. And we decided that was it for a second attempt. Okay, so third attempt. Here we go. Now, we've got a foot past the bar. Both feet. I will say I'm noticing I don't see very well without my glasses on, but I can tell everything's upside down. And much like with handstands looking out in the distance, it is very unnerving. It feels like I about lock up when I see things upside down. So that was it for the third attempt. Okay, so on to the fourth and final attempt of the day. So we can go just a little bit further. That is further. Maybe at least for my feet. I don't know about so much the relationship of the angle of my arms to my back. And again. And that was it for the fourth attempt. Okay, some takeaways, and then I'm going to get out of here. And perhaps I should add, that's not all I did at the gym for the day. On a typical rings day, I do maybe 20% standard weightlifting as far as time goes. And on this day, I did 80% standard weightlifting after I got done doing this. Now, as you may have noticed, I didn't think any of this really should be added to the scoreboard, so that's why we didn't. And I realize it's not terribly impressive, but it is a starting point, and rarely are starting points going to be impressive. But I can say it gets much better as I go along. So the good news for the day is I didn't fall off on my head, which was one of my big fears, and I also didn't have my shoulders pop out of socket. So that's nice as well. And each time I did push it a little bit further. It's not much further, but it's something. So again, as I said before, when I see things upside down, it's a very unnerving feeling. And I feel about like I just kind of lock up. And really, I found as I've gone along with this that you really have to actually be able to kind of relax to do this. So we'll be back to practice this another day, but that's it for the day. Feel free to check back in or not. Up to you.